Alright, I'm back. Get back to it, shall we? Gotta get some H2O. Give me 1 second. Forgot to hit the transition button. There's no way. Is this working?
Bruh, look at this dude.
Yeah, it's working. Bruh. Hey, yo. I got a sack of giant skull for you. Ah, welcome back again. I hope you have the giant skull? Yes, I do. A hempen sack filled to the brim with chunks of the pure giant skull. Here you go. Oh my, such fine specimens. Thank you so much for bringing these. We now have everything we need to make our next prototype, one that should be capable of passing our most rigorous tests. When it is ready, it will be time for the true test, but please take your ease while you can. Milady?
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well.
Strangely, yeah, I know. This is a rare moment where we got to see Leon just be able to relax, you know what I'm saying?
You have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed. I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught.
The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavner, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat. Yet ere they succumbed to suicidal madness, were not the Telophoroi born of her body as were we? They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration. The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
Poetic and ominous to a fault. That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea. And yet, when spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts?
Yep, exactly.
Our nights black as pitch, bereft of hope. And no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
Just hitting too close to home right
The
now.
more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear. Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that.
Yeah, he would know about vengeance. And almost ending his own life prematurely. What the
You bastard!
What is it? What did you see?
That little shit was eavesdropping on us.
Fandaniel, are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
It holds. The vessel holds. This is the one.
At long last! Look! We have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments! We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
I thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field. It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place, to accompany me to the Tower of Zot. Should the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Either way, we are fortunate to have you with us.
Nidana, are you certain you wish to do this?
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example. But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue. Is that clear?
We'll keep an eye on the place while you're away. Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
Shall we be on our way? I'll have one of the soldiers at the hatchery prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore. I'll see you there.
Fuck you. The salt trap has granted you the use of this boat. May it serve you well. Thanks, buddy. This is a rather finer boat than I had expected, but I won't complain. All that remains is to board and be on our way. Oh, and if I should become corrupted, do not stay your hand. Of course, I pray it does not come to that, but you must protect yourself. Excuse me. Other alchemists can fulfill my role, but you and your blessing are one of a kind. And perhaps our only hope for toppling this tower. For all our sakes, do not hesitate to do what must be done, whatever that may be. Well, the longer I draw this out, the more nervous I become. Let's be off! Head to the Tower of Zot with Nidhana. I guess we don't have a choice. This is very people shake. I'm actually pretty nervous.
We should soon cross the threshold of the tower's influence. Any moment now. It's working! And you are still yourself? Then I'd like to see how it fares closer to the tower if we could. So far, so good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance. A few more steps.
Leon's falling pretty far behind there.
Praise be to the sisters, we made it! And the scale has proven itself to be everything we hoped it would be.
I got a really bad feeling about this.
Now we can focus on production. Once we've equipped and returned with an entire survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets. What?
And I knew it! I knew something was gonna happen. I mean, with Fan Daniel lurking nearby, how could something not happen? God, this place looks like fucking... like a hellhole of some kind. Oh no, it is him, that little creep.
Oh, let me go! Oh, let me go! Oh!
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
Stop! Oh, you can't do this! Please!
Son of a bitch. Leon, do something! Fuck!
A little late for heroics, I'm afraid. The similarities are striking.
Son of a
My,
bitch!
such hostility! Never before has my artistry so displeased. My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight, though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting.
Patrons of old? What the hell are you talking about?
Allow me to tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Van Daniel, the sundered Ascian. I inherited the position and the soul of the Van Daniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days, theoretically speaking. Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me. Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians and imbued with the former Van Daniel's knowledge and memories, but I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am. How to explain? Perhaps if I told you who I was before my Ascian embrace, although that chapter too is a past I've long since discarded.
Something that Logres and Mitron
I
talks
have
about.
it on good authority. You've poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Yes? Then I expect you've heard of me. The old me.
At your service.
Why did it have to be him? I was about to say Zonde? Couldn't be. It was his second in command, the one who brought him back to life.
Imagine a nation of unbridled prosperity. Every need met, day after day of unbroken, unshakable peace. Existence fulfilled and ripe for decay.
You are a genius without peer, Amon. However do you conceive of such delightful experiments?
Hamon.
That fool was beside himself with panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for help emerged as so much guttural lowing. Oh, the memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe.
No more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work. But it was not their only indulgence. For they were ever hungry for stimulation. Slaves to the slightest hint that amusement was afoot. Our nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged. I resurrected a legend, our first and greatest emperor. And just as I had planned, he set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest. An inexhaustible ambition carried us onwards, always onwards. Yet, he who delivered to us such glory was not to be satisfied.
Heed me, Armon. No matter how vast one's empire, or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death.
Yeah, I remember Zonde saying that back then.
In the end, all is lost.
You know as well as I that the Emperor stands to lose this war. And so I have come to claim you. For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work. And as fortune would have it, the seat of Fandaniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation. Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
The fall of the Empire affirmed the truth. Majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw. Scheme as you like, build as you will, nothing endures. What is life but a brief jaunt ending in emptiness?
So easily distracted. Why, I almost left without saying farewell. As for your friend, you needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the primals. If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades. We shall meet again! Not in one of these minor spires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see you.
Fucking pile of shit. Literally can't do a thing for her. God, it just reminds me of the people stuck in the walls at the end of Legend of Legaia. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert for a, 20 to 30-year-old game now. It really reminds me of that. The people who get, who refuse to those giant Sirus or whatever. The Sirus that grew big enough to consume an entire town and make the city part of it. If you try to break them free, it'll just kill them. Same thing. I'm gonna turn on the light. It's getting a little too dark here. I suppose the biggest hint we had to Fandaniel's true identity was what Zonde said in the Crystal Tower series then, right? It was my guess too, I was like, Zonde? But I guess not, because it was documented that he did die again, didn't he? Or rather, no, not that he died again, but we killed the real him in the Crystal Tower series, so I guess it couldn't have been him. Never would have guessed Amon, though. Ammon. Hamon, as I always call him. I had the J just because the name. It's just... You add a J to the beginning of it and you got ham in Spanish. Hamon. Ah, you're returned. But where's Mistress Nidana? She didn't make it. Manusia preserved. Just when we had succeeded in making the talisman. I must report this at once. Meanwhile, please return to the great work. So I guess Amon, and Zonde both ended up seeing the world the same way. What's the point of building up anything or doing anything in life if you're just gonna die and lose it all and it's all pointless at the end anyway. Yeah, I've had thoughts like those before, but I kind of overcame that general sentiment a long time ago when I came across the saying, you know, don't be sad that it's over, be smile because it happened, I think it goes, to paraphrase it. So yeah, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I know it is kind of all pointless once it's over, but until it's over, might as well enjoy it, no? So, yeah, I can't agree with that viewpoint anymore. Something's gone awry, hasn't it? What happened? That was kind Daniel after all. Damn that bastard! I'm sure you wanted to do more, but you were right to return here first. We must tread warily lest we endanger Nidhana and the other captives. The satrap of Ratatan. First, we must inform everyone of the situation, Nidhana's colleagues included. I'll call them together for a gathering, but I think it would be best if you were the one to explain. Something I heard another YouTuber say about this subject was also like about suicide and all that. Sooner or later, it's gonna be over anyway. Why not just wait it out? And I mean, yeah, if you're not like suffering immeasurably, I agreed with that too. I was like, yeah, you're gonna die anyway, so might as well just wait it out. I can understand more like if you're like in some kind of unsurmountable amount of pain and suffering because maybe you're like, just as an abstract example, like you're some kind of like a burn victim and you're still alive but barely and your whole body hurts and you can't even move, you know, something like that. And that's just a physical example, but you know, emotional pain can be that bad too, depending on what kind of trauma you've been through. Like, I can see that viewpoint too. You want the suffering to end, you know? But if you just want to die because you think there's no point to doing anything in life because you're gonna die anyway, which is what... Because they had everything. Zande and Amon, they had everything. They had it all. Yet they still wanted to die. They still wanted to just kill themselves and have it be over with because there's no point. You know? Zande wanted to call forth the void and have it consume everything. That's where I'm just like... Why? It's just like... Just wait it out and enjoy what you have. It's like... But, you know... It is what it is, I guess. They're both of the same mind. Oh, Nidhana. Can you answer me this? So Nidhana is trapped in the tower. She's still alive, yes? Yeah. For now. Then we must make warding scales, as many as we can. The prototype works perfectly. This Nidhana proved at peril to herself. So let us make more scales, that she and all those who were taken might be saved. Aye, as alchemists, this is how we will help win the fight. My friends, the satrap has been made aware of the tragedy. He offers his heartfelt condolences and reiterates his pledge to provide you with all that you require. To that end, he bade me give you this link throw, that he might personally discuss the production of the warding scales with you. And for our Eorzean visitors, I bear an invitation. In her report, Mistress Nidhana noted your vital contributions to the talisman's creation. This fact came to the satrap's attention, and in recognition of your deeds, he wishes to meet you. In addition to thanking you in person, he would also discuss further avenues of collaboration. And so, if it is agreeable, will you not accompany me to Razatan for an audience with His Excellency? I say yeah, sure, why not? We should be honored, of course. Closer cooperation between our lands can only be to the benefit of all. Then it is settled. Please come to the gates east of the Giant Skull grounds, and I will show you into the city. So do I approach from the left side or the right? Does it say up or down? It says up. Fuck, I don't want to have to go all the way around if I fuck this up. Well, I guess I'll just go for it. Gotta make a choice here. How is this fucker following me around? I can't. That looks rough. I'm going around. Oh, it is a valley. Okay. I made the right choice. We'll see. Oh, there was the ether current down there somewhere. Pretty close by, actually. I still do wonder what it was that kept Elidibus itself and Maha Brea from being from being sundered. Was it because of their close proximity to Zodiac when it all happened, or what the hell? They explained it already, I must have missed it, because I don't remember them saying anything about it. When last I visited, the city was brimming with life. I expect the tower has dampened the mood somewhat. Be it here or in Eorzea, all share in the desire to deliver the captives. Thus, united, I pray that we may join in common cause with the Satrap. Of the Satrap, I only know the common tidbits. That though the position is hereditary, he is not considered a sovereign. And that, despite possessing considerable authority, he wields it sparingly. Given the esteem in which the locals hold him, however, it's safe to assume he's good at his job. We could do far worse for an ally. True. And I totally forgot to set up the timer. Came back at 2:15. 30 minutes. Okay. All present? Then let us proceed. Owing to the threat of the tower, the city is currently in a state of high alert, and strict restrictions are in place for entry. Though you have been granted special permission, I ask that you remain close to me at all times. Place is on lockdown, huh? Frame drops!
A vast rock squats upon Favnir, and to its stony surface clings the city of Rads-at-Han. Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things. Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze. bearing down like a second midday sun. The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets. But no such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
Here we are. Megadota. It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
I'm afraid so. Come, we should head inside. Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Ah, splendid. Most splendid. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, satrap of Radzatan. Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude.
Yeah, the bad news. That meant Nidhana, she was taken. Couldn't do shit about it.
A regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman, that it will be instrumental in saving Nidana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
I think not. This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
Nay, he hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
What the hell is going on?
As you wish.
You travel as assistants to the students of Valdesian, but you are known to me. Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn. years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
Vritra, of the first brood, sibling to Hraesvelga and Nidhogg.
Aye, mine elder brothers, of Midgard's Solma's spawn, I was last to hatch.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Radzat Han had an alliance with a dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair. Next to arrive were the Aura. Adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility. When it seemed all would be drowned in blood, Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict. A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radzat Han.
But if Ritra is still here, then your position as satrap is just...
A charade, yes. And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Many envy the great worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end. I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who joined me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Your eye. It was taken.
Shit, he's missing one.
'Tis here, buried within the semblance of flesh. The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Radzat Han. With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel for my will.
That would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
And their matching eye colors.
I am woven with words fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered. Estinian warm blood. From the very first, we sensed the nature of one another, yet did neither one of us bare his fangs. That is all I need know of thee for now.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Radzat Han. With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, The narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
This is very true.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a sure path before me. Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Pagalthan and Cartanau, I am told. 'Tis upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear. Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions. And should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales.
Hell yeah, dude, I'm with you, Thancred.
I worry, however, that even the four of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go. Steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charms.
It seems a quick trip back to Charlian is in order.
Yep. What now?
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Rads at Han, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
I am in thy debt.
Oh, I must appreciate... Of course, it's to be expected, but it's still nice to see everything kind of coming together. From our journey so far, you know? Plenty of Realm Reborn references. Heaven's Ward now, too. A great convergence of events. As Naoki Yoshida said himself, right? In that little event cutscene I showed when I first started. If our course of action is decided, let's not tarry. That we should encounter one of the first brood in such a circumstance. Yeah, I did not expect this. I tried to keep track of this too, just like with the Asians. It was Bahamut, Tiamat, Racefelger, Nidhogg, and now this guy. Vitra. And there's 7? 2 more unaccounted for. Unless I... It's very deep in lore or something. Thancred? That meeting took a rather unexpected turn, but we now have a clear objective ahead of us. Yeah, that was, quite something. I did not expect that. Let us rejoin our comrades in Charlian and muster a suitable crew for our foray into the Tower of Zot. Oh, and if you haven't already done so, be sure to attune to the Aetheryte here before departing. Unless, of course, you enjoy violent nausea. No, that's why that was the first thing I did. I don't want to fucking puke like that again. Fuck that. Alright. My apologies, but given that the city is currently in a state of alert, I cannot let you proceed past this point. Well, I guess he meant attuned to this one. Yeah, I guess we're not allowed to explore the city yet. Feels bad, man. What happens if I try to... Oh, okay, invisible wall. So if it was gonna be one of those things where, like, he tells you, "Hey! The fuck back here, Ilsa Bard." The Northern Empty. I guess we're gonna see Gosetsu again, maybe. I mean, I'm pretty much betting at this point every main character we've ever met on our enormous adventure is gonna be here at some point. I don't get tired of this song, especially when it first kicks in. Dun, 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 dun. Gentlemen? Vitra and his alchemists have prepared us for our foray into the tower. What we may accomplish within its twisted halls remaineth to be seen. That our Cassandra languish in Talafroy chains doth forewarn us of the nature of our foe. 'Tis the gods of Thavner who will be summoned to thwart us. That sounds like it, yeah? The conflict between Nidhogg and I is in the past, and though they were brothers, it has no bearing on my view of Vitra. Well, yeah, I mean, Racefelger, you know. Above all else, he is a leader of men, not an enemy. He would hardly dedicate his life to this endeavor if he bore our kind any ill will. You're just in a hurry to get going. Just as I was getting used to balmy Thavner, we're back in chilly Charlian. Take care not to catch her... Wait. Take care not to catch her death, eh? We need you for the battles to come. That's a weird way of phrasing that. Now then, everyone appears to be here, so let us take stock of all the developments and discoveries. This line would be different if I did this quest line first. I get it. Time to converge the two crossroads back together. I returned by way of Kit's experimental aetheryte, yet I must say it was far less taxing than our first attempt. And apparently we need only ask if we wish to use it again. Now, I'm not terribly eager to repeat the experience. But if you're willing to test your ethereal fortitude for the sake of technological advancement, then who am I to stop you? Now I'm starting to laugh like this dude. Dude is deflating. My sister has a laugh just like that, honestly. Did they say anything new after completing both paths? No. Okay. Well, Cryo? What next? Now that things are starting to pick up. In the dark of the tower. Level 81. We finally made it to level 81 quest, guys! Holy shit! I know some of y'all are like, well, we didn't spend so much time doing all those fucking side quests. Yeah. Too bad. Carl glances at you with expectant eyes. Since there has been progress in both investigations, shall we share the findings from our respective locales? That's mostly for you guys to do, because I was in both places, so... I just gotta sit back and watch. Well, not really. I guess I have to kind of mediate between the two parties. Be like, here's what happened.
Your time in Thavner has certainly been eventful. In my opinion, carrying out Vitra's request and assaulting the Tower of Zot should be our highest priority.
I agree. While I still have questions concerning the Forum and their grand undertaking, we have all but exhausted our avenues of investigation. Simply pressing them any harder on the subject will almost certainly result in our expulsion. Therefore, I suggest we explore the ethereal sea connection by way of a letter to Master Matoya, then make our way to Thavner.
I wonder, even with the protection these talismans afford us, what can we hope to achieve once inside the tower? According to Orenvold and Frodola's report, they were unable to free the Emolja. Worse, their attempts triggered the tower's defenses, which led to a summoning of Luna Ifrit.
What does it tell us that the Spires even have such defenses? Simply pulling a prisoner from the wall is fatal. Thus, the direct approach is doomed to failure from the outset. Any further measures to dissuade such actions seem unnecessary. Unless, of course, there is a way to free the prisoners without killing them. Then it stands to reason that any intruders will be met with overwhelming force.
The towers appeared throughout the world in but the twinkling of an eye. 'Twas by magical means these structures were raised, I surmise. A spire thus conjured must needs be maintained, and I suspect an arcane catalyst, some manner of core, doth lie hidden within. Destroy the core, and the tower ceaseth to be, thus liberating the captives without harm.
So we can hope, and I would prefer to enter the tower with a working theory than with no plan at all.
Assuming Ishtola's reasoning is correct, the chances of the defenses remaining dormant are small to none. Any primals will have to be dealt with, and defeating one will likely only lead to the summoning of another. Our every victory will only compound the prisoner's suffering.
May we not then divide our forces? Those proficient in healing will focus on sustaining the captives. That duty can be covered by Urianger, Kryl, Yostela, and myself. The remaining scions will proceed with the search for the core. Admittedly, this strategy puts both parties at greater risk, but it should bolster our chances of saving the Arcosodra by a considerable margin.
Kind of a weird question to ask. I don't know. Are you? Fuck it, I'm going with this one. What about Alize? She knows the healing spell or two.
That she does. But I think Alize herself would assert that she's at her best when she's charging onto the breach.
Bruh, look at this dude.
And from what I recall from the Grand Cosmos, there's a spring in her step when she fights by your side.
Oh shit! Calling her out again.
Ye gods, will you never let me hear the end of that? Rest assured that I will do what is asked of me, regardless of who I happen to be standing next to at any given time. You bastard! It seems we have a plan. All that remains is to carry it out. I will inform Radzit-Han of our movements, so let us make our preparations and regroup near the tower.
The military post in what's left of the Hamsa hatchery should serve as a convenient staging point.
That sounds perfect. And remember, the experimental aetherite at the confluence is there for those who need it, so there's no excuse for being late.
Let's kick some ass. I don't think I need this, right? I only lose durability and duties, it seems. Alright, just go straight back to Thavner. I have to wonder though. What do they say if we talk to them again? Kit, you owe us food. Really? You're ready for another round of aetherite testing? Then please, by all means, let's get you whisked away to Thavner before you come to your... Before before you come to your senses. She knows, man. She knows. Okay, let's do it. Fuck it. It'll save me a little bit on Aetheryte teleportation. Oh my god. That shit is funny. That saves you a lot. That price was like 1,500. As soon as I teleported, now it's like fucking 100. That's beautiful. Now I'm in Thavnir Instance 3. I'm not in Instance 1 anymore like I was the first time I was here. Fuck you. Your mother wears combat boots. Ah, our friend of Eorzea. We've been expecting you. You and yours will lead the mission into the tower, I'm told. The warding scales will be delivered soon. Till then, please stand by at the boat we have ready. When your fellows arrive, I will direct them to join you. We pray for your safety and success. Right on, buddy. Get to the boat! Not the chopper. The boat. Helmet and shield. Or helmet and sword. The moon ominously in the background. Because I got here at this time of day. Oh. If this is the future of Aetheryte travel, I think I'll stick to boats. Aye. No warning, however empathic, could have prepared me for that. Anyway, on account of which we are a little late, but biting fit, mostly. Mostly, he says. God, that is contagious. My friends, permit me to thank you for accepting this mission. You must be... We should still call you Varshan, I suppose? Indeed, it would not do to confuse our soldiers. Very well then. For our part, we are humbled that you should see fit to entrust us with your warding scales. Please convey as much to His Excellency. One for each of you. Please accept them with my blessings. Our thanks. With these, we can go anywhere. Those with the blessing of light can go. Like me, yeah. Not only for this operation either, but all the ones to come. We can finally break your monopoly on primals. Hey! That's true! I've been waiting for this day, yes! Oh my god. Hey, that's a funny one. You know what? I'm going with that one. In that case, they're all yours from now on. Ah! Ah, but I'm afraid we can't let you retire just yet. You're the Scion's brightest star, after all. You bastard! Damn. If everyone is amenable to it, let us review the strategy for good measure. As previously agreed, we will divide into two groups. Leon and his band will break through the tower's defenses and locate its core. Right on. Meanwhile, the rest of us will tend to the prisoners, who will doubtless want for healing due to the duress of repeated summonings. Okay. The primals which the tower bringeth forth shall be deities of Thavnaran myth. If we have no prior experience with such foes, pray exercise the utmost caution when confronting them. That. Like, we got no intel on them. We commence the operation at your word, my friend. For the people of Thavnar, nay, the entire world, we must prevail. You got that right. The Tower of Zot. Let's hope this goes better than my FF6 experience with this place. Oh, but the place is the same name, I should say. The Radiant Host and I will be watching from the outpost, ready to act at the first sign of unusual activity. May the scales serve you well and protect you in lieu of Vitra's fangs and claws. Though our parties are separate, I will trust in you, as I know you will trust in me. Let us both give it our all and add another rousing chapter to the saga. Yeah. And now you know we're going up against our old nemesis. Well, one of our old enemies from the Crystal Tower series. Fucking Amon. Hamon! This is the closest I've ever been to one of the towers. Such a sinister aura it exudes. You got that right. It's been a while since last I took to the field, and I can't help but feel nervous. But with everyone at my side, I'm sure all will be well. Also, I forgot to mention this earlier when we first saw Van Daniel in there and everything. I guess we just call him Amon now. Amon. He was the one who shut down what's-his-name's research into curing tempering. Probably why. He said it wasn't a priority, remember? And then he expelled the guy who was researching it. The dude who we learned from Ozzy's Law. Got his name now. And we're still looking for the cure for tempering at before Endwalker. Lest you worry, I've not forgotten my healing spells. Be it restoration or destruction, this sorceress can command whatever magics the situation requires. But I can't bring you with me, so you're in Party B, I guess. Aside from primals, within the tower we shall for a certainty encounter enthralled Imperial soldiers. Defenders conveyed hither by means unknown who will stop at nothing to hinder our efforts. Yeah. Bankard, what's your take on this? With your Stola keeping them company, the other party will be able to hold their own against the enemy if needs be. So we can tackle our own task without worrying over them. Come, let us be about it. Right. Alpina? Me brother! I may have taken up new arms, but my role is unchanged. I am a healer through and through. Yet in knowing who once wore this sage's mantle, I wonder, when all is said and done, will I look back on the battles I chose to fight with pride? Only one way to find out, buddy. Alize? My warding skill is safely tucked away. I'm ready when you are, Leon. I may not be the Azure Dragoon, former or otherwise, but I guarantee that I'll give as good as I get. Good, because I'm counting on you. Because it's basically us three. Tankard's out because he's a tank, and I'm already filling that role. First this armor, blessed with Rathataskar's power, and now Vitra's scale. Much has changed for dragons to show me such favor. Ha! Yeah, I know. I wonder if he mentions the whole... I don't know. And with Nidhogg with me, in spirit and in hand, no obstacle will bar our way. You got that right. I wonder if he mentions the armor. Yeah, I don't think it really ties in that much with the Dragon Quest, so. A small list. Dungeons Endwalker. I finally have this list unlocked. The Tower of Zot. Vitra, great worm of the first brood and the hidden satrap of Razatan, has bid the Scions cross to Narunair and mount a foray into the tiny island's unnatural spire. A Telophoroi structure known by the locals as the Tower of Zot. Your companions join you on the journey, protective talismans in hand, prepared to face whatever unnamed horrors await you within. Come what may, you cannot allow Nedana and her kin to perish in the grip of dark magics and darker designs. I need to make sure this is not set to... Okay, it is. This alarm goes off mid-dungeon. Might not be able to stop it, and it's going to be annoying. There. Alright, let's do it. What do we got? Our only party. Our only potential party, yeah. Alright. Let's go for it. I am forgetting something. If we're going into battle, I'll put them back on. Plus, I'm getting kind of used to seeing them with them. They're not actually as bad as I thought they would be for cutscenes. Alright, let's go. Here we go. See what kind of music we got for dungeons now. Or at least this one. FF6 Empire music. It fits. Thank you, Nobu Uematsu, for your beautiful FF6 soundtrack. And Soken for doing it justice. Alright, here we go. Our two parties. Let's do it. A foul place this. Let us proceed with caution. Let's go, assholes. They seek to bar a path. The only way is through. No shit. Get him, Estimian. That's just this prick. Oh? Armored Fiend? He's a big guy. Oh god, poor Nidana. We'll free you from this place, I promise. Oh yeah, she's right there. Awesome. What the hell was that? Oh, I accidentally stunned him and interrupted it. It was not my intention. But I'm happy it happened. I was just using the stun kick for the hell of it. Oh? Sense a great surge of ether, as if a summoning hath begun. Oh, here they come, the Magus sisters. Look! Those beastly masks! It's the Manusia come to life! We will focus on sustaining the Arcasadra. So they're gonna go down there, and we go this way. The rest of you must keep going. Onwards and upwards! Well, just stay alive, guys. Oh, they're right next to each other. Alright, cool. shit, there was one more. I was like, kill him. That was the thing I could interrupt, right? I hope it was, anyway. Never good at reacting fast enough to cast bars. It's one of my weaknesses, honestly. Whatever this being is, we can't let it stand in our way. My sentiments exactly. Mendurva. The youngest one, right? The little one? Okay. Alright, let's go. Be gone from our tower. Time for the boss music. I saw that shit. Behold our ingenious magic. What is that? What the hell?
You underestimate me.
Oh, no way!
I got poison!
Dance, dance until death claims you. I'm guessing we shouldn't go near it this time? Yeah. I got nothing. Wow, that was unforgivingly quick. I was might have been a little too soon for that, but fuck it. So you have chosen Defiance. Of course we haven't seen the last of her. That boss music is fucking awesome, dude. Holy shit. I only got to hear it for half of the battle against what's-his-name at the end of the Reaper job quest line. And I thought it was the greatest shit ever. Now I know it's gonna be used for the dungeon boss music, which is fucking good. Oof. No, this is gross. Tempered Imperials, yeah, but they look... Oh god. What's it made of? What is it made of, I wonder? That's not to think on it for now. Alcino ever the curious scholar, huh? Zoc hypertuned. Hey. Surprise, motherfucker.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Defeats the purpose because I already said it myself, but I forgot I had that on my soundboard for a second. I hope there was another one. I wonder how you stole in the other sphere. How big is there? Okay. So I can hit them. Okay, good. I was afraid I wasn't reaching some of them. But no, I'm good. Oh. Wasted. Heck. Ah, here's the second one. Pandurova. Well, let's hope this goes a little better than last time. The tower must be protected. Nice, limit break right out of the gate. And that too. We will not let it fall. We'll just have to go down kicking and screaming then. You will not steal away our prosperity. Explosive force. Holy sh! I see why they moved over here. Oh shit! I don't know how I got stopped. Oh, I guess I'm doing it, but... We hear it, we hear it. The call to defend the tower. Okay, so it's... I can't do anything about it. It targets me regardless. The one standing still?
You cannot stop us!
If I alone cannot expel you. Someone needed more training with the spear. Ha! Got him! Up more stairs, I guess. Aye, the talisman trembles to resist it. A corruption, it feels stronger here. Oh, he was responding to that, okay.
This will hurt.
Hey, it's one of those guys again. Oh. Full? Oh, I still have charges. Shit. Ah, I won't go off on time. Damn it. You can see Thavner from there. I would say we get a nice view, but we don't. Very foggy. Mark II Zot Colossus? We're almost there. Oh, we're so close, and now this! Stay focused. Now's not the time for mistakes. You got that right. Okay, let's do this. prick. No matter the cost, we must protect the tower. Harbingers elect, the Magus Sisters. FF4 and 10 reference. I like it. Let's do it. You persist in your desecration? He said, please don't tempt fate like that. What was she referring to? And face the full wrath of the Magus. They're gonna use Delta attack, aren't they? That's tough. Holy shit, dude. I had nothing. Except Shelton. I guess I could have used that. Take her out! Alright, that's one. course. Oh shit! I'm berserked! Not poisoned. Just berserked. Holy fucking shit, dude! Jesus Christ! They come out swinging with this one. That shit was hella hard! I was almost kind of holding my breath here and there. My god. I gotta go to the restroom before we finish this up. Jesus Christ. That was fucking chaos, dude. Hold on, there's nothing... Yeah, I can just do this. I'll be back in, well, in a few minutes. Oh no. I just came back and realized I think the audio is glitching out right now. Oh god. I hope it's not what I think it is. Give me a sec. Okay, no, it's not. I guess that sound is something else. Oh, thank God. It's just this thing. Jesus, I hadn't looked up at it. Alright, I was like, please no. You guys remember when that happened? When I got to, I think when I first... This is the last time it's happened. It hasn't happened in a while. When I got to, Castrum, whatever it was, right before Praetorium, the one where you fight Livia. The audio fucking glitched out right before I went in. God, that was horrible. Wind up Maga Sisters. Look at that. Cute. Essentially 3 minions for 1, so it represents great value. Hell yeah. I forgot to eat food. Of course, I always forget to eat food when I do 3D roulettes and stuff. From what I can tell, the summonings appear to be over. No belief is sacred to these Telophoroi. No. Also, obviously, I got hard carried by the NPCs and, you know. I got hard carried by the... They were nimble fighters, I'll give them that. Yeah. That good? That seems to have been the limit of the tower's defenses. Indeed. Yeah, I got hard carried by the NPCs, and of course being a tank privilege. I can take a lot of attacks without dying. Whew. Alright. Let's see how this ends. Hopefully, well. Tavner, instance 1. I saw that right before I went into the scene.
Is everyone alright?
We fortified the captives with what magics we could. Have the defenses been disabled? All appears quiet for the moment.
The lower floors were disturbing enough, but this place feels wrong. The ether is heavy and thick, like wading through a quagmire.
I believe we stand in the tower's beating heart. What sayest thou, Ishtola?
I see it. Ether siphoned from the land runs up through the spire, flowing to a single point. This is the core we seek. Yet something is off. As large as this structure is, it siphons far more ether than is required to sustain it. 'Tis as if the core is feeding on the energy, consuming it. I need to take a closer look. Curious. There is something there embedded inside the core. A man's limb.
This is what we came to destroy?
That's kind of gross.
Yes, if you would be so kind.
Here we go. A man's limb, she said?
And that should be the end of it.
What now?
My theory that the tower might come crashing down following the core's destruction doth appear to be correct.
Bully for you! And how are we supposed to survive the fall?
prisoners below.
The floor beneath our very feet dissolves. Brace yourselves!
Yes.
I pray I'm not too late.
The hell did he do?
Oh, what happened? Where are we?
By my reckoning, we're still on the island where the tower stood. But 'tis as if it never existed. Hardly a scratch. But how?
It was made of ether after all. Graha, my boy.
Graha wove a levitation spell at the last moment. Large enough to catch everyone, it would seem.
Jesus Christ.
That explains the lack of obvious injuries.
The expenditure of so much ether has taken its toll. He will need plenty of rest, but should otherwise be none the worse for wear.
Then the immediate problem is what to do with our new friends here. They'll be much changed for their time in the tower. Even if their bodies are intact, I doubt we could say the same for their minds.
Angelo and I will take care of that.
I have every faith in you, Alize, but there are just too many for you to treat alone.
We'll send at once to Eorzea for more Porksies, and call on the local mages to lend a hand.
Hail, Scions! We were watching the tower when it simply disappeared. What happened here?
The threat is banished, and thy people delivered. They are, however, in need of treatment, and we of a secure locale and helping hands to assist us in its provision.
You shall have all this and more. Come, let us convey these unfortunate souls to the city.
Man. The last minute save by Graha. Holy shit. Whew. Carrying all those Matanga may have been the true struggle. Jesus. Power's gone, and we owe it to you and the alchemists. I didn't realize how tense I had been until Nuremberg returned to normal, and I felt drowsy for the relief. How it goes sometimes, yeah. The liberated prisoners are being transported to Ratatan for treatment. Alize and Y'shtola will oversee the administration of the tempering treatment, with support from those who know a healing spell or two. We'll go and join them in the city once you've had a moment to catch your breath. May now to the right. The usual. Got the Giga Chad trio here. The Jewel of Thavner. Okay, we're done with the fighting, so. Had enough rest, have you? You never were one for being idle. Right. Barshan bade us come to Megaduta at our earliest convenience. The others will join us there once they have finished tending to the prisoners. Ah, wait. On second thought, you and Estinian should go on ahead. I need to make a quick detour by the Great Work. We left Graha in the alchemist's care, you see. Best to fetch him before he's crammed into a specimen jar. Just you and me, then. The guardsmen at the gate should wave us through. When we delivered Graha to the alchemists, they were not a little excited. Perhaps it was Nadana's rescue that brought them joy, but given their fascination with Estinian, I'm not quite sure. Wait. Not sure what he's implying, but okay. So, taking care of that issue should probably raise the state of alert in Razatan and allow us to actually properly enter the city now. That's the reason. Well, enter and explore, I mean. I gotta say, that was an intimidating first dungeon. This shit is not gonna be easy. I think I might start practicing, on a training dummy. Just to make sure I'm familiar with my hotbar a little bit more. That way I can actually focus on dealing with mechanics like those. I might start doing that off stream, basically, is what I was stating at. Practicing on a practice dummy, of course. To get more familiar with my skills, so I can focus more on the mechanics without having to lose DPS, of course. With the tower gone, I expect that the state of alert will be lifted. That's what I was just saying, actually. Ah, honored scions! You are free to enter at your leisure. As I cannot leave my post, I'm afraid you must make your own way. If you require directions in the city, the sentry stationed at the fountain atop the steps should be glad to assist you. You are now in the instance area Razathan 1. Where he? Oh my god. I was used to the frame drops on PS4. Not so much. I've gotten used to not seeing them at all on PS5, so. What are my graphics settings at anyway? Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Just making sure. Though I have been to Razathan before, this place is a veritable maze. Rather than risk getting lost, we had best ask for directions from the sentry at the fountain. Lead the way. Don't expect me to act as your tour guide like certain others. I never would have expected that of you, Ascendant, don't worry. Anything else? First, we should seek out the sentry in the front of the fountain. Name of the fountain? No idea. Do fountains normally have names? Maybe they do, but even I don't really pay attention to that either, so I'm with you, Stinian. I'm kind of like, do they have names? Yeah, this is gonna be hard to navigate. I can already tell. This is gonna be a nightmare. Holy Jesus. Better zoom out. Ah, Master Leon, I presume. I understand you are here for an audience with the satrap. If you require directions to Megaduta, I should be glad to provide them. The satrap's residence is situated in Dharma, the highest part of Razatan. To get there, I would ordinarily recommend the route that takes you by the bazaars in the city's north. Due to the state of alert, however, most businesses are currently closed and the Aetheryte disabled. As such, I will provide you with an alternate path. First, please ascend the steps next to this fountain, then continue left. There will be more steps, and upon ascending them, you will emerge on Paxa's path. Proceed through the large door on the right, and you will arrive at Rubidae Fibers. Within you will find another sentry who will give you further guidance. In other words, we head up. Sounds straightforward enough. You wish to hear the directions again? But of course. To get to Megaduta, first ascend the steps next to this fountain, then continue left. There will be more steps, and upon ascending them, you will emerge on Paxa's path. Proceed to the large door on the right, and you will arrive at Rubidae Fibers. Within you will find another sentry who will give you further guidance. Okay. I attuned to this one, right? Not sure if I would just walk right past it, actually. I think I didn't, though. Good. These people. Alright, so this way. Give me exploring. My mind is mapping this place out. Alright, the optional places to talk. They pop into view as you get close to them. Oh shit. They're probably gonna talk about this, aren't they? Ah yes, I know about this portal. It leads to a nearby isle, the treasure vault of one of Radzatan's wealthiest families. They took the god of luck for their guardian, on account of which they occasionally open up a section of their vaults, for aspiring treasure hunters to try their own luck, or so they say. There are also coffers hidden across the land that act as portals. Find one and you gain access to the vault. Something to bear in mind in case you exhaust your funds while on the road. These are troublesome experiences I can personally attest. Let's agree to that. Interesting. So maybe he's basically referencing the treasure map stuff? The little treasure map dungeons, I guess? Where you find like high value stuff in them. Should be Elezen run. What a weird jog they have. Like, they don't lift their arms all the way up. It looks weird. It's like they intentionally stifle the way they raise their arms, you know? Like, they don't go all the way up. See? God damn, this place is beautiful. So much culture. Heading to Megaduta, are you? In that case, please follow this hallway to my right and go through the door at the top of the stairs. You'll emerge at the entrance to the airship landing, where another sentry should be on hand to assist you. Incidentally, if you ascend the steps to either side of me, you'll find the workshops of Rubidiah fibers. Though you're free to observe the artisans, take care not to lose your way. If you're heading to Megaduta, please follow this hallway to my right and go through the door at the top of the stairs. You'll emerge at the entrance to the airship landing, where another sentry should be on hand to assist you. Okay. Discuss the vibrant textiles? Ah, Thevner and weave. Hard to imagine more vibrant stuff. I dare say Emmerich would be partial to the gold thread. And the blue, of course. He loves his blue. Yeah, and you got blue on your armor too, along with gold. I've never put much thought into what I wear. A spare set of clothing is usually all I carry, and if that isn't enough, I can always obtain something locally. Yeah, utility. I used to have my closet used to be, back in like high school, nothing but white shirts and blue jeans, and that was it. That's all I ever did. Just straight up white t-shirts and blue jeans, like all exactly the same. The exact same t-shirts and jeans. Alright, as far as I'll go. Otherwise, I'll just get lost or just too far off track. If I'm a little quiet, it's just because I'm trying to absorb everything and I'm getting like information overload at the moment. I get overwhelmed easily. That's why I went quiet during the dungeon too, is I was trying to focus during that last boss fight. That stands to reason, it's my first time there. I'm pretty sure that was pretty much me during all of Shadowbringers on my first playthrough of that 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago. One moment. Oof. Almost sneezed. I'm good, I'm good. Wait. Ethernet shard. The airship landing. Nice. If you are here for an airship, I'm afraid all flights have been suspended until further notice. But the state of alert is still in effect. Perhaps it's for the best. That aside, we're not here for an airship. We have business at Megaduta. Oh, in that case, permit me to direct you. From here, it's quite simple, really. Ascend these steps and then continue straight ahead and across the bridge. You cannot miss it. Oh, this is where we came out from earlier. Alright, cool. Dharma. Ah, I remember passing by here with Varshan. The situation being as it was, he regretted not being able to show us the sights. Life has yet to return to normal here, but when it does, you ought to pay another visit. Though the city is confusing, the food is quite good. I'm partial to Hamza myself. The meat's surprisingly tender and flavorful. Irritated Hamza. Squawk! Squawk! It's like it hurt him. Heard you talking about how much you like eating them. See, I go back and read it a second time because of the fact that I miss details because there's just too much going on right now. And my brain just can't absorb everything the first time through. Even though I'm reading it out loud. I'll finish, it's almost like I said before when I will try to read like a textbook. Doesn't really happen with novels, especially if it captures me, you know? But if it's like a science textbook or something like that, or just a book that isn't really a story, it's not a novel, you know? Like an informational text. Same thing. Why does it keep targeting him? Greetings and welcome to Megaduta. May I inquire after your business? We are members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and come at the invitation of His Excellency. Ah, of course. We have been expecting you. I will show you into the audience chamber if you would please follow me. Hey, our boy Graha's okay.
Are we the last to arrive? I hope we've not kept you waiting.
Not at all. Your comrade is feeling better, I trust.
Much better, thank you. Harness remedies are certainly potent, in more ways than one.
One becomes accustomed to the taste, although I hope you never have cause to do so. Pray, take your ease.
Full glad I am to see you all unharmed.
All thanks to you, buddy. All thanks to you.
Valiant scions, for your heroism, you have my boundless gratitude. You cast down that dire tower and set free its hapless captives. You cleanse their souls of its corrupting influence. No words of thanks will suffice. In place of platitudes, I offer a bounty of warding scales. Pray accept your due reward, along with the goodwill of Radzatan.
Alchemists throughout the land were put to work in the forging of your talismans. The finished ones have been collected, and now await you at the High Crucible of Alchemia. Present this letter when you are ready to take them into your possession.
We are humbled by your generosity. Know that the inventive wisdom of Radzat Khan will be vital in restoring serenity to our star.
Every single one of those scales came from you, didn't they? You must still be in such pain.
Jesus Christ. That's little painful.
'Tis of no moment. A mere annoyance compared to the dreadful suffering inflicted upon this land and its people.
Albeit brief, my involvement in the Dragonsong War afforded me a glimpse of the myriad sorrows which consumed both dragon and man. Though you were half a world away, such tragedies as befell your kin must have affected you deeply. And yet, you chose to live among men.
In the age when that conflict first bloomed, my choice had already been made. In some distant place, man slew dragon, and dragon slaughtered man. Yet no hate could I muster for those smiling faces which did look to me for guidance. Not even my brother's righteous rage could rally me to his cause. I huddled here, secret and still, hoping against hope that which I had built would remain untouched by the chaos and carnage.
Twould seem we share the same desire for peace, great Vritra. To that end, I wonder if we might trouble you with another question. The Telophoroi are intent on recreating the final days, an apocalyptic event which we know to predate the sundering of the star. As the longest lived among us, know you aught of this terrible cataclysm?
Nay. When war and strife drove my sire from his home, he crossed the great expanse with only our unhatched eggs as company. He alighted upon a shattered source, its 13 reflections long since scattered beyond the rift. Of events preceding his arrival, he knoweth naught, save that which Hydralin hath deigned to disclose.
I see. So again, 'tis the inscrutable Hydaelyn to whom we must look for answers.
Seek you to divine the will of this star? If so, I have a tale which may afford you some small comfort. 'Tis a story from my youth, many, many years ago. To my sire, I once posed the question, of all the stars in the sky, why didst thou settle upon this one? To which Midgardsormr did reply, 'twas the last bastion of hope. He believed so long as Hydaelyn endured, so too might dragonkind. Solemn and portentous were his words. What deeper meaning they held, I could not, dared not pursue. 'Tis a stone I've left unturned ever since. Yet take you solace in the knowledge that whatsoever Hydaelyn does strive towards, 'tis an ideal which hath earned my sire's conviction.
Thank you, Vritra. You've given us warm reassurance in a world gripped by cold uncertainty.
While I'm sure we all have a great many questions, I think it's time we collect the talismans and be on our way. Our fight against the Telophoroi is far from finished.
We must take our leave, but please do inform us if we can provide any further assistance.
Never seen that staff she has on her back till now. Kyle, I mean.
Prithee, a moment.
What's up?
There is one whom my sire hath judged worthy of honor and respect. The one known to men as Eorzea's champion. This hero of renown and rumor. 'Tis thee.
I only wish he could be here with us now.
I know of his clash with Omega, and the long slumber which was his price. Yet even closed in sleep, my father's eyes are far from blind. He is watching over thee, watching over this world.
That's what he said he would do, yeah.
'Twas a revelation most pleasing that thou, a child of man, had gained Midgardsormr's trust. But alongside mine elation runneth a rivulet of dread. For upon thy life's wheel wind too many threads of fate, power, wheel enmeshed with woe. Amidst this tangled knot, thou shalt know no rest. 'Tis an endless confluence of forces, a struggle without surcease.
How it goes, yeah.
More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence.
Never thought of it that way before, but...
Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation. The hope thou wilt need come the end. Even cowering behind my curtain, I know the suffering of the powerful. I have watched my siblings driven mad by loss. Thus do I exhort thee to spare no effort to keep thy loved ones safe.
Apologies. We hadn't meant to interrupt.
It's just that we do have a history of suddenly collapsing, and when you didn't follow us out...
'Tis I who must apologize. I have detained your champion overlong with idle chatter. Go. At war's end, I pray I welcome thee back into my hall, where together with thy joyful comrades, you may toast your triumph.
Just hit me that he sounds like Gosetsu's voice actor. The dragon feature. Thanks, man. I'll keep your words right here. No, I'm just gonna have a sense of foreboding and foreshadowing after that. Keep your friends close. Nobody would have. So I wonder what that dialogue says if you haven't done the Omega Race then. What do they say about Midgard's armor then, I wonder? Our apologies again. I hope we didn't force you to conclude your conversation prematurely. No, you're fine. So what were you and Vitra talking about? Don't worry about it. Nothing? Very well, if you say so. Excuse me. The others have gone on ahead to the High Crucible. Let's catch up to them. Says keep your companions, you know, close, treasure them, protect them with all your... Protect them with everything you have. You know. Foreshadowing the idea that someone might die, or more than one of them might die. And then Alfredo and Alize walk in. Great. I'll be back. I'm taking a break. I'm actually overdue for one. I probably shouldn't have done all that, but it's alright. It's only just over 2 hours. Sometimes I do 3 hours. It's whatever. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Or, yeah, about 10 minutes.